Yes, sir.
सर रिकॉर्डिंग
Yes.
स्टार्ट हो गए.
Yes. So welcome all to this lecture. We are discussing मैकमोरे कपलिंग. ओके, दिखाई दे रहा है सभी को मैकमोरे रिएक्शन स्लाइड क्लियरली?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So now see, what is this McMurray reaction? What is the meaning of this McMurray coupling reaction? So it is the reaction of two aldehyde or two ketone or one aldehyde, one ketone. What we do, we can use two ketone, we can use two aldehyde, we can take one ketone, one aldehyde, no issue. And combination of two carbonyl, this is a carbonyl in the by using such a catalyst, which result in the formation of alkenes or olefin. This reaction discovered by McMurray, and therefore it is called as McMurray reaction or McMurray coupling. So it's a very simple idea. You take two carbonyl. In the at the initial stage, McMurray has used ketone and aldehyde, but further development and innovations have been made by many scientists. So carbonyl of some other compound other than ketone and aldehyde are also used. For example, carbonyl of amide is also reported. Carbonyl of ester also reported in few research articles. So this is the reaction, and this is the side product. This is side product of this reaction. We can write here two titanium oxide. So it's a very simple mechanism. What happened in the first stage? You see, what we are using. We are using the titanium trichloride. So don't forget this. Titanium chloride is the reagent of this reaction and any reducing agent, and we can use here lithium aluminum hydride, we can use sodium borohydride. Many reagents are there. So what is the job of that reagent? That reagent will react with titanium chloride and will reduce it to titanium 0. In titanium chloride, its oxidation state is +3 and it is reduced to titanium 0, means free state, means 0 oxidation state. This titanium, which is the d block element, 3D series element, and it contains two electrons in its d orbital. Okay, 3d2 4s2 that electrons, these two electrons of this titanium may undergo into single electron donation to this oxygen, and that oxygen will form bond with the titanium, and similarly the double bond also undergo homolysis and there is a formation of one radical here, and attachment will be like this bond, single bond, then oxygen titanium bond, like this, one molecule attached like this, you see here, and there is a radical at this carbon. If you go for next titanium, that will also form this next titanium, which also react with another molecule of ketone aldehyde called a single electron transfer, and they will form like this. One such after the single electron transfer, this is developed. This is the surface of titanium, okay, and it's just on surface of titanium. Then homocoupling means this electron, they will form bond called as a radical anion coupling, and that's you can see here. This will form bond. Then next step, what happened? This bond, oxygen carbon bond, undergo breakage. Suppose this bond is going to break. One electron at this oxygen, one electron here. This electron will form bond with second electron of titanium, this second electron of titanium, and double bond. Fine. Again radical generate. Similarly, this oxygen carbon bond also undergo homolysis. this electron at oxygen and this titanium other electron, they will form double bond. There is a radical which form double bond with this. So ultimately what will happen? Alkene is the product and titanium monoxide. It is called as oxide coated titanium surface. This is surface of titanium. Very simple mechanism. You can see here. Okay. So the what is the theme of reaction? Theme of reaction is nothing, very simple. Combine two carbonyl, remove the oxygen, and direct show the bond between two bond, or direct show the two double bond. Direct show two bond or double bond between the carbonyl carbon. You see. Example is before you. If you talk about the stereochemistry of McCoy coupling, though it is totally depend on the structural skeleton of the molecule. It is not necessary that it will give E or Z isomer. If it is cyclic compound, definitely it will form Z isomer. So stereochemistry, if you think about it, so E and Z isomer mixture will be there. But if free olefins or free alkenes are forming, then E isomer will be dominating. What is the reason? Because of less steric crowding. अगर ये ग्रुप, ये ब्यूटाइल ग्रुप यहाँ आता है, तो इनमें दोनों में रिपल्शन होगा, therefore or cis product is not stable and trans is stable. Okay, fine. Take example. You take here now. We can understand how Z and E isomers can change their ratio according to with respect to the presence of different groups. So now you fix this group. Phenyl हमने fix किया है.
Sir,
Carbonyl. Yes.
Rubina is waiting for the allowance.
Okay, fine. Okay. Now दिखाई दे रहा है? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So now see. See, this is what the product. We can understand the stereochemistry by having this. ये R group जो है, R group, this R group will decide the E is Z isomer. How much E will form, how much Z will form. You can see this table now. See. If you see, consider this R is small methyl group. Yield of the product will be 81%. So we are not dealing with this. Our aim is to think about EZ isomer. So when we are talking about EZ isomer, so we should know that small groups, when small groups are there, what they do? These small groups, if this is R is methyl, so if R is methyl, so this E compound, E will be 26% and Z will be 74%. Means such type of compound. When this is methyl, this is methyl. So Z will be major compound. Fine. Because methyl is a small group. So Z is the major compound. There's two phenyl will be on the same side. When as this R size increases, become ethyl, so automatically Z yield or Z ratio decreased. This is 74 to 73, but not much so much significantly. If R is big group, suppose propyl group. If R is propyl group, so what we can say? If R is propyl group, so in that case, okay, there's a bigger group, or we can say it's a bulky group. So yield is decreased and the ratio of Z is also increased. That is what 89%. Okay, 89%. Z is 89%. And E also decreased here. Okay, if you take a propyl group, if it is an isopropyl group, so you see the product of E or we can say trans product is very higher, very higher, and hence we can say that if this R group is bulky in nature, and in such cases we can say that product E or trans product will be higher. Now you go for the next example. Again you see ketone. What is the name of this? If you think about this heterocyclic compound, it is what the thiophene. So it is a thiophene. So it is a ketone again. So when these such compounds they combine at very low temperature, here you can see this is the product. One more example. Now, as we discussed in the beginning of the lecture, apart from aldehyde and ketone, amide carbonyl can also involve. So amide carbonyl can also involve means this carbonyl and this carbonyl they will combine, they will form here ring like this. Fine. You are getting the point? Yes. These two carbon are from ring, then nitrogen, this one carbon and this two carbon, second carbon. So these two carbon. Fine. Go for next example. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So look at this example. What do you think?
आवाज सबको जा रही है तो सब बोलो, नहीं तो बोलो, बाद में मत बोलेंगे.
So am I audible to you all clearly? Yes, fine.
Yes, sir.
So you think about this structure. What do you think? Is that compound containing any two different carbonyl? Yes or no? Yes. And what is the catalyst? Reagent is just nothing but the titanium one. And what is this? This is the reducing agent. Organolithium. It is organolithium. When you react these two, they will form like this. You see, very simple, very straightforward reaction. Let us go for another example. And so this, actually this is, see, it's a if you go through this chemistry, it is a chiral compound, but it's a mixture. We are taking mixture here, okay? Receiving mixture is a chiral compound, okay? Chirality. So again, you use titanium trichloride, okay, and in association with the dimethoxyethane. Zinc copper is what is a very excellent reducing, or we can say the excellent reducing agent. That is the excellent reducing agent, okay. Fine. So you can see here, right? This is the product for this reaction. Okay, right. Go for next reaction. See, there are a few reactions before you. So these are the two different carbonyls. One carbon and this is another carbonyl. And same, zinc can be used as a reduce. We know all metals are very good reducing agent. We should know this idea. All metals are very good reducing agent, and therefore we should know that this zinc will definitely reduce this titanium tetrachloride, okay. This zinc will reduce this titanium tetrachloride, and that titanium will combine with this same what we have seen for the mechanism, and this form bond with this carbonyl, and this will form a bond with another oxygen. This oxygen will form bond under another or titanium, and then after that formation of bond. Similarly, what we have seen in the mechanism result in the formation of this olefin. Okay, fine. And the yield is can be later on we can decide the yield also. No problem. We go for this mechanism. Cyclohexanone is a ketone, titanium trichloride, and you see here we are using here the only one compound ketone, titanium trichloride, and here we are using 3K0. What is this? This is the nothing but the one type of sieves, molecular sieves, which can convert this compound into, or low temperature with compound into this compound. That's what double bond will be there. If you think about this one, it required the here reducing agent. Okay. So you see again, this is what we have. So this carbonyl and this carbon will form a bond, double bond. So can you think by using this condition, zinc copper couple, very excellent reducing agent. THF is a tetrahydrofuran, is a solvent, and there is a loss of titanium, should be monoxide, okay, not dioxide, monoxide. And what we can see here, formation of like this compound. So we can explore our idea to understand this. You see another example. See here, titanium tetrachloride and zinc and THF room temperature reaction going to take place, and you will get like this. So you, AR dash and AR double dash and AR, what can be, what are the possibilities for this? So there are various variety of the reactions, variety of this, what we say, the various types of groups can be used here. But it's aromatic. Aromatic. We can use aliphatic also, but depend upon yield, we can think about its uh, formation of different yields. Okay, so we can think, no issue. We can use aliphatic or here or aromatic compound, no problem. Aliphatic or aliphatic or aromatic, but yield is depend on the that part which stabilize this. So we have gone through the mechanism. There is a formation of free radical, therefore we know aromatic ring will stabilize it. Therefore aromatic ketones would produce the higher yield while compared to the aliphatic yield. हमने देखा है third force right में. So let us go for the next very interesting reaction. That is the Shapiro reaction. Okay, so better to